Hey, checkmates, quick one before we dive in. The Why Am I Still Single podcast is now on WhatsApp. Do you want to gist with me, get exclusive content, sneak peeks, or maybe even find love? Click the link in the show notes or send your WhatsApp number to edgar@checkedgar.com and join the family. Now, let's get into today's madness, shall we?
Listeners note, warning, this show is loaded with gist so powerful, it might just push you into a relationship and straight down the aisle. If you're not ready to hear wedding bells and say yes, say yes, say yes, say yes, listen at your own risk. Edgar doesn't lie. Check Edgar out. There are so many reasons why relationships fail today. One major reason is cheating. Whether it's physical cheating like sleeping with someone else, emotional cheating like having heart-to-heart with your office bestie, or spiritual cheating. Yes, I'm talking about those of you dating spiritual husbands and spiritual wives. Cheating is cheating, my dear. Thank God I don't cheat. I believe men who cheat should be castrated with an empty big biro and in front of national TV for the whole world to see. Because think about it, if one woman isn't enough for you, why start a relationship in the first place? And in 2025, haba, cheating is too expensive. You spend extra time, extra money, extra words, and worst of all, extra energy doing the do. My brothers and sisters, it's not worth it. Cheating is a no-no. Another reason relationships fail, lying. If you haven't listened to my episode, Lila the Lion, please pause this one and cue it up. In that episode, I broke down the different types of liars: white liars, black liars, lioness liars, and the biggest of them all, the lions. Lions don't just lie, they turn their entire existence into a Netflix series. But here's the truth. Any relationship built on lies is living on borrowed time. Because the moment lies enter, trust puts on white socks and moonwalks out. As for me, Edgar doesn't lie. From the day I was born till this very moment, I have never ever, and I repeat, never ever lied. Even when I tried, somehow, I mistakenly say the truth. So lying is a no-no. And then there is ghosting. Ghosting is a spiritual gift taught directly by Lucifer, because I don't understand the point. You not only waste the time of the person, but also waste your own time, and then waste the time of those of us that are interested in the story. Those we talk you, text you good morning with sunshine emojis, and make your head swell. If they are even bold enough, they will not ask you out. You will say yes, and then they disappear, like vanish. 1 minute you are watching Netflix together, next thing, you are sending a long text message about how their absence has carved a hole in your heart and wish they could just react to your message. If I tell you about how one girl ghosted me, hey, Omolara, the thunder that will punish you is coming with 9 months pregnancy. Omolara did not only carve a hole in my heart, she carved 2 holes in my back. Backbiter. So yes, relationships fail for many reasons: cheating, lying, ghosting. If you need more reasons, just look in the mirror and ask yourself, why am I still single? But you see, never in my wildest dreams did I think that one day, a relationship of mine would crash because of Turkey. Yes, I said it. I said Turkey. Turkey, not the country, not the bird of Christmas. That overrated, expensive, and stubborn meat that is only a chicken that went abroad. Exactly. Turkey. Ladies and gentlemen, checkmates of all ages, let me tell you the story of how Turkey and one fine babe ended my peace of mind. This is Why Am I Still Single, and you're listening to Ferk and knife. Check. This is a Check Edgar production. A Check Edgar production. This is for the single guys and the single ladies. Edgar doesn't lie. Why am I still single? Still single. Why am I still?
I want a wife and a family. This kind of life is not right for me. I told my guys how things can be. When I fall in love, I fall for real. I know you want me, don't waste my time. I want a girl that is set and fine. I'm going crazy, so please be mine. God, please, why?
Ever since 2020, the year I mistakenly became famous, people started giving me instructions on how to exist. Suddenly, everybody turned into my brand manager. Every day was a class from everyday people. What did I not hear about packaging, especially from Mr. Luko? That man has refused to package his big forehead, but wants to package me. This celebrity life almost got me mad. People started telling me where to go, what to wear, and even how to eat. Yes, I had to eat like a celebrity. Can you imagine?
Oh, Edgar, you're a celebrity. You can't be wearing palm to the mall. It isn't cool. Your fans will think you are struggling. Oh, Edgar, you're a celebrity. You can't be using an Android. It isn't cool. You need an iPhone. Your fans will think you are struggling. Oh, Edgar, you can't be caught on fresh. You're a celebrity. It isn't cool. You need new clothes. Your fans will think you are struggling. Oh, Edgar, when you get to a restaurant, don't finish your food. Just leave small. It isn't cool. Your fans will think you are struggling. Remember, you're a celebrity.
First of all, God punish all of you, especially those fans who want to use my suffering to do aesthetics. Because when I was actually struggling, like real life struggling, how many of you sent me shoes to wear? Who bought me an iPhone? Please, how many of you fed me? Mr. Luko, that was always shouting, I am going to package you. I will package you. When I asked him to tell his daughter to send me data, he thought I wanted to date her. Common 200 MB he did not give me. I am a celebrity. What am I celebrating? Do you know how many times I had to jump bus or even lap my friends because we couldn't afford to pay for 2 seats? Forget deep voice. I have struggled. But now that I have small fame, I can't wear Ankara twice. I can't ask for extra meat. This fame, na trap. Big trap. Set up. They want me to act fresh, like I was born in Banana Island when I was actually raised in the trenches of K2 Mile 12. Some people even come with the branding angle. Edgar, you need proper packaging. Yes now, brand management, image. So I asked them, okay, how can you help my life? How can you help my packaging? How can you help my branding? That's when you start hearing ideas that sound like they were downloaded from wetinconcernme.com. One guy told me to start posting shirtless pictures in the gym with captions like, building muscles, building legacy. My brother, if you see me shirtless now, you would think I'm an ambassador for one malaria fighting NGO. That's now. Now, imagine how I looked then. Which legacy are we building? Another time back in 2020, I was recording a video in my car. My AC was bad, but I didn't want outside noise to spoil the sound, so I locked the windows and I was sweating. Bad. Tell me why one auntie slid into my DM like,
Hi, Popcorn Daddy. Lovely video and amazing voice. However, I don't think it aligns with your brand or character to be sweating on camera. Your brand identity is soft life. So, sweating shows you're struggling. Let's work on that.
Let's work on what? No, let's work on what? My car isn't together. Talk less of my character. And you don't want me to sweat? Do you know how many times in 2019 I had to sleep in the afternoon? Not for rest too, but because there was no lunch. Or how many times I went to visit my friends strategically, just so I could chop their dinner. I had one guy like that, Bolu. Once I call Bolu and say, how far? You dey house? I want show. Bolu will reply immediately, no show, food no day.
Back then, it was tough. My eating ratio was 010 or 001, baddest. Have you ever soaked gari in the morning, eaten eba in the afternoon, and then licked dry gari flakes at night like communion? My guy, if I tell you the origin of this my deep voice, hey, it's not vocal training, no. It is not any vocal training. It is hunger. Hunger, my people, hunger. And now, on top of all this branding, pressure, packaging, sweet policing nonsense, they want me to start eating turkey with fork and knife. Let me tell you something, There is nothing as painful as going to a restaurant and eating a certain way, not because you are comfortable, but because you're a celebrity. These days, I've had to start on learning how to eat like a real Nigerian because apparently, Edgar is a brand. Edgar is a celebrity. I can't buy sachet water again. No more pure water for me. It's either bottled water or cold pressed cucumber juice. Why? Because I am a celebrity. I can't lick soup from bowl. I can't lick soup from my fingers. If the soup is sweet, I have to secretly take it home or let it go. They will cancel me if I ever eat swallow with my hands. Why? Because I am a celebrity. I can't finish my food and clear my plate again. The moment the spoon starts touching the bottom of the plate and makes that ke sound, that's my cue to stop eating. Why? Because I am a celebrity. And finally, the one that hurts my soul. I can no longer crack bones the way God designed us to. Apparently, that's not bougie behavior. Why? Because Edgar is a brand and I am a celebrity. Okay, now let me tell you what happened. The day I went to Slow Lagos, a fine dining restaurant in Lagos, with one fine babe, and I forgot I was a celebrity. This is how I lost an entire relationship because of turkey, fork, and knife. Suppose say fake, fork. What the fake? Okay, so this whole story started like one of those classic Nigerian matchmaking setups. Back then, when I was still working at Cracks TV, there was this guy I used to give a ride to the office from his bus stop. He would call me early in the morning to find out if I was going to work and wait for me at his bus stop. His name was Demeji, real G, reliable, always on time. Demeji was a call guy. If he says he's going to be there for 8:30, then trust and believe that he'll be there for 8:30. Whenever we ride together, we always talk about everything from entertainment, content, politics, Afrobeats, football, even console games. Demeji was a Game Boy, me too, so we bonded quickly. So one day, while we were going to the office together, Demeji gave me his phone to help him charge in the car, and I just noticed his wallpaper. It was he and a beautiful young lady. I only looked at the screen for 3 seconds when my eyes captured the whole beauty. The girl was fine and sexy. I wanted to know more about the girl, but I didn't want Demeji to get the wrong impression, so I told him, "Bro, your babe is really fine, oh." The next thing he said really shocked me. He said,
"This is not my babe, oh. She's my kid sister."
"Are you kidding? She looks really mature. If you don't mind me asking, how old is she?" He said, 22. I was like, nice. I tried to change the topic, but Demeji kept talking about her. He told me she's a UI UX designer and she shuffles between Nigeria and South Africa a lot. That she's also a chef who loves to write poems. He kept saying a lot about his sister. You could tell that he is proud of her. Since he brought up the conversation, I quickly added, "Your sister's boyfriend will be a lucky guy, bro." Demeji looked at me, knowing what I was trying to do, and said,
"Edgar, she's single and ready to mingle."
As I was stammering my response, Demeji asked me if I wanted to talk to her. If you see the way I said yes, I was shining nose like someone gave me yam and egg sauce. The best part of our conversation that day was when Demeji said,
"Edgar, I trust you. If my sister dates you, I'm not worried at all. You're not a player."
To be honest, I have never been so proud of myself. I made up my mind I was going to carry Demeji home for at least 1 month. You will hardly find guys who give their sisters to other guys like that. It was so comforting. When we got to the office, I asked him for her number and he said he had to ask her first. I was like, okay, that's cool. For 1 full week, every day, Demeji said the same thing. She hasn't responded yet. I was getting worried. Is your sister in a coma?
If she doesn't want to give me her number, let her say it. I can't be picking you up from your house and dropping you home every day for nothing. Now, by the way, I didn't say all these things to him. I was just thinking about it in my head. Then one day, one beautiful day, I received a message from him on WhatsApp and he shared her number. Finally, that was how I got Shaliwa's number. Now, Shaliwa was a very slow texter, very annoying. You send hi today and she will reply to you 7 hours later with hey. When I asked her why she always replied late, she said she had a lot of work to do and doesn't check her phone when she is working. I started feeling jobless. Look at her, beautiful and disciplined. I am interested. So one day I decided to call instead of texting. When she picked up the call, it was awkward at first, but the call got better. Shaliwa doesn't like to talk, but she listens a lot. If you want someone to be adding, when you talk, Shaliwa is the person for you. And trust me to talk, I said a lot. And yes, I made her laugh too. Now, she had a rich way of laughing. Her laugh was very arranged, rich, polished, and composed. Not the one where you laugh like something is choking your mouth and you're trying to breathe properly. Shaliwa was oozing class. The day she decided to talk, hey, like when she talks, it's like she's giving a TED talk. Every sentence was a quote. Every sentence was a potential Instagram carousel post. For example, one day she said,
Men who don't evolve will die in their tradition.
My chest, I said, wow, this one is not soft life. This one is LinkedIn life. When I asked her about her take on relationships, she said,
I believe relationships should be intentional. I'm too grown for distractions.
Wait, we'll be right back after a quick break.
Okay, now real quick. If you are loving the podcast, you will love the CheckMates WhatsApp community. We're talking behind the scenes gist, crazy dating stories, upcoming episode teasers, and a few surprise giveaways just for members. Now click the link in the story notes to join or send your WhatsApp number to edgar@checkedgar.com. Trust me, it's sweeter over there. Okay. Bye-bye.
Yay! I am too grown for distractions. Me too. I adjusted my posture. I know one thing for sure. If I end up with Shaliwa, our children are going to speak and behave well. But then again, only God knows why Demeji is not like her. Because Demeji is the direct opposite. If he didn't tell me they were siblings, I would never believe that someone like Demeji would even know or talk to someone like Shaliwa. The day we exchanged pictures, she insisted on seeing my face on the video call, but I told her that my phone camera was bad, and actually, it wasn't a lie. My camera was bad at the time. Also, I wasn't looking my best, so God just did it for me, Sha. If you see the pictures she sent to me, oh my God. Please, for those of you on the WhatsApp community, please remind me to share the pictures with you guys. If you see pictures, hey, beautiful, full of beauty. She's tall, brown, moderate in front, moderate at the back. Her legs had no spots. Her makeup was calm, and her fashion style was simple but expensive. She revealed the right amount of skin. Her lips, oh my God, especially when she's pouting. This girl is blessed with beauty. Only God knows how Demeji became her brother. Wait, maybe they adopted him. Who knows? Because Demeji's nose alone is 2 horsepower. Shaliwa looked like she was created on Canva. She had the 3 B's: beauty, brains, and body. Now, when it was my turn to send a picture, I sent her my One Nation picture. The only picture I share with everyone. Yes, that one with my jean jacket and brown bag. Exactly. That picture does it for me every time. When she asked me for another picture, I sent the black and white version of that same picture. She just laughed richly and got the message. See guys, life was going very well until one day she messaged me and said,
Edgar, you seem to be a fun person. Let's do something fun and different this weekend. Huh?
if I had known, I would have asked her to explain her meaning of fun and different. When I asked Fela and Noel what she meant by fun and different, Fela said she meant I should book an apartment and spend the night with her. Now, Fela's definition was Netflix and chill. He said, Edgar, this girl won't pipe you. No go lose guard, oh. I did not even say anything to Fela because I wasn't expecting anything less. When I asked Noel, he told me to take her on a date, but not the regular restaurant. He said since she's a big girl, shuffling Nigeria and South Africa, that the best place for us to go would be a local restaurant, like somewhere we can eat amala or beans and bread. Fela wasn't in support. He said suggesting local to her would only make her see me as local, that I should get an apartment and do the do. I ignored Fela and went with Noel's idea. So I called her and told her I knew a spot where we could just enjoy local meals like amala and ewedu or bread and beans. As I was telling her, I was already picturing and imagining the beans and bread, hot beans with soft agege bread. Oh, you will love it. Her tone just changed. She said she has been a victim of food poisoning twice and that she's very picky about where she eats. She said, I really like the idea of a lunch date, but is it okay if I choose the restaurant? My people, I should have just said no. Let me surprise you. Instead, I said yes. I said yes. I forgot that this girl visits South Africa every now and then. At that time, at best, all I could afford was Oyo by road and then Abuja by night bus. Shaliwa went to choose slow Lagos. I had to be sure, so I asked her, Slow Lagos, isn't that the fine dining restaurant? She said yes, that her friends have been telling her about the place for a very long time and she thinks it's best we go there. Slow Lagos. Slow Lagos? Even by the name of the restaurant, in a city that is fast-paced like Lagos, someone named their restaurants Slow Lagos. And you think you will not spend money? How much was my salary at the time? Slow Lagos. Now listen, there are 4 signs to know a restaurant that has plans to kill you and swallow your wallet. Number 1 is by the name of the restaurant. Names like Slow Lagos, Sea Lagos, Noah Lagos. Any restaurant that is bold enough to put the name of the state in their name is only going to suck your wallet dry. Number 2, if the waiter has to explain the food like it is a science project, then they want to suck your wallet dry. You ask the waiter, please, sorry, what is this? And he says,
Oh, what you're having is a flame-kissed herb-infused chicken thigh laid gently over coconut foam with a hint of truffle sadness.
My brother, just ask for the restroom and use that as your chance to exit the building. They will suck your wallet dry. Number 3, if water is more than 1,000 naira, my brother, run and don't look back. As a matter of fact, they should arrest the owner and close the restaurant. And finally, the last sign to know a restaurant that plans to kill you and swallow your wallet is when you have to use water or wine to fill up your belly after eating an expensive meal. The sad part of this story is that, just like everyone else, she assumed that just because I was getting 1,000 comments on Instagram when I post, then I should be capable of paying for the meal. After all, Edgar is a celebrity. Now here's the crazy part. God actually gave me a chance to change the restaurant. She asked me,
Edgar, do you like the place or should I change it to something else?
I should have said yes. But that something else was giving me more expensive vibe. Maybe from Slow Lagos, she would bring Old Lagos or Cry Lagos. You can imagine how expensive that would be. I said no, and then she just locked it down. Sunday afternoon for our lunch date, 3 p.m., Slow Lagos. I said okay. On Sunday, I went to church like everyone else. The only difference was that while the pastor was praying about breakthrough, I was thinking about breakup. I just wanted God to perform a miracle and cancel the date. God told me I was on my own. After service, I went home. I ironed one powerful native like that. I buried it with spray starch. If you see me that day, I was looking like Tony Stark's Iron Man. Then I anointed myself with perfume. My mindset was, even if I cannot afford the meals there, let me smell well as I am washing plates. Haba. When it was 2:30, I entered my car with my debit card and drove to the restaurant with faith. I will continue this gist after the commercial break. You people too like me, but I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Promo. Checkmates. Come. Let me ask you, when last did you hear a story that stayed with you? A story that made you laugh, cry, or even feel seen? Welcome to the Corner Stories, a live storying community where real people share real stories based on a theme. No filters, no fiction. Just raw, funny, heartbreaking, and beautiful moments told live on stage. Every month, I will be joining 7 amazing storytellers to take the mic and share something personal. And one of those storytellers could be you. Do you have a story that deserves to be heard? Then stay tuned for show dates, upcoming themes, and how to take the stage. For all the info behind the scenes gist and to maybe tell your own story, join the Corner Stories WhatsApp community today. Click the CheckMates WhatsApp community link in the show notes or send your number to edgar@checkedgar.com and come find your corner, because at the corner, everybody has a story. What's yours?
So I got to Slow Lagos before 3 p.m. I was quite early because I needed time to breathe, to read through the menu and understand what I was getting myself into. I wore a black native, clean shoes. I smelled like blessing and balance. I was given husband material 6 yards. I sat down and crossed my legs, only to notice one massive soup stain on my trouser. How? When? Why now? How did a goosey stain my trouser? I cleaned, I rubbed, I wiped tissue. The stain said, "I am not going anywhere." And as you know, as a celebrity, I cannot be caught on fresh. So I ran to the bathroom to clean it properly. On my way out with my wet trouser, Shalewa walked in.
Did you pee on yourself? Oh my gosh.
Oh boy, see mess up. Babe that I'm trying to show that I have levels has brought my levels down. I just smiled and acted like I didn't hear the question. If you see Shalewa that day looking like fresh yogurt with strawberry, everything was given. Light makeup, silk dress, heels that sounded expensive, bag that didn't need to beg for attention. And the way she walked, like she owned half of Show Lagos and rented the other half to Davido. I was just lost and looking at her like June 12. She was talking to me. I was hearing her, but I wasn't listening. The only part I remember was,
"Can I get a hug?"
brothers and sisters. The hug was so comforting. It was like I was hugging a pillow. Again. I don't know how Demeji managed to enter the family, because Demeji's hands are so strong that we have to buy 2 new PS4 pads in the office after his fingers spoiled them. Back to Shalewa. Now life was going well. We were catching up good. Everything was fine. Until the useless waiter came with one biology textbook and said it was the menu. The menu looked like the Book of Lamentations. He gave me one and gave Shalewa another. I was trying to keep my cool. The next thing he said was,
Sorry, but what would you two be having for starters?
Starters? Who told you we have plans to continue anything? We came here for lunch, and you're saying starters. If not that I am a celebrity. I just calmed down and looked at Shalewa like, after you. Shalewa looked through the menu and said,
Let's see. Can I have some tuna tostada and a salmon ceviche? Right, thanks.
I looked at the menu immediately. 43,000 naira for starters. And I haven't even started my own starters. My chest started paining me. When Shalewa asked me why I haven't ordered mine, I told her a group of us in the church are fasting till 4 p.m. and I couldn't eat till then. She felt very bad and asked if she should wait till 4 p.m. before she orders anything. I said, no, just carry on. After a few minutes, they brought her meal and she ate. As she was eating, I was encouraging her with interesting gist. She was laughing. I was thinking about how to get the money for the meal because I had 50k in my account. And if 43k is just for starters, how much is for enders? God, I beg. Before I knew it, the useless waiter came again. This time, he went straight to Shalewa. Are you ready to have your main meal now, ma? Shalewa looked at the time and said,
Eddie, it's past 4 p.m. Let's eat something good, okay?
Shalewa looked at the menu and said,
Can I have salmon fillet on Peruvian rice with French fries and royal greens on the side? If possible, can I have some Brazilian moqueca as takeaway?
The useless waiter that God will soon help me punish opened his big lips to say,
Ma, everything is possible here.
I was so upset. He looked at me and said,
Sir, are you still fasting? Or do you want to place your order now?
I wanted to just slap his face. I adjusted and took the menu. When I looked at it, I don't know why I was saying French mixed with Russian. I was not even looking at the names of the meals. I was just looking at the prices because the cheaper, the sweeter. I now saw Special 1, Special 2, and Special 3 because they were 30k each and the cheapest on the menu. I said, give me Special 2. Shalewa asked the waiter,
What is inside Special 2?
The waiter said,
Ma, I cannot tell you. It is a surprise.
Now, dear checkmates, if you ever go to a restaurant and they tell you the item is a surprise, please don't buy it. Even if it is the cheapest thing there, the enemy you know is better than the enemy you don't know. I know there is a saying like that. I did not even know what to expect. Again, I checked the cost of the main dish for both of us and it was 120,000 naira. That's my meal, her food, and the extra she ordered to take home with her. I was laughing on the outside, but on the inside, I was crying because I knew that the worst that would happen is that they would just hang me and shoot me with a firing squad. Nothing more. One day, we'll all die. Abi? When they brought my meal, it looked like jollof rice and turkey that had a PhD. When I picked up my spoon to eat my rice, Shalewa looked at me somehow like she was disgusted. But she didn't say anything. It was rising, but she was holding it. The moment it was time for me to eat the turkey, I went to wash my hands. And then I held the big turkey with my hands. Immediately, I bit into the turkey. Shalewa screamed. I was confused. She couldn't hold it anymore. She was upset. She asked me,
Excuse me? Don't you have any table manners? Why would you do that?
I was confused, like, do what? She said,
Why will you eat a turkey with your bare hands?
I told her my hands were clean. She said, no, that was not professional, that I should use fork and knife instead. Now, I noticed that Shalewa enjoyed using fork and knife a lot. She used fork and knife to eat all her meals, including her starters and now her main dish. Some days ago, she even told me that she used fork and knife to eat everything and anything, including bread. I thought it was a joke because it sounded funny, so I laughed. I did not even know that it was serious. It was her next statement that put me off. She said,
This is why I keep saying upbringing matters. How can a grown man eat like this in public?
At first, I thought it was my head. I was confused. Why would she say that to me in public? Is there anything wrong using my hands? Again, I mentioned it to her. Shalewa, I washed my hands. She continued,
You're a public figure. You should know better. Even if you're not used to something, at least try. This is not it. This is not giving at all. I can't imagine introducing you to my friends like this. Oh, goodness.
I got upset and stood up. I looked at her and said, Is there a problem, Shalewa? Why are you trying to embarrass me? She got up and said,
You're the one embarrassing me. All because of turkey. It's fine dining for a reason.
I looked around.
now watching us. Some were even recording us. One guy beside me whispered to his babe, babe, I think it is a skit. They are just acting. I know the guy from Instagram. I was upset. I was so upset and angry. So I sat down and cleared my plates first. Hunger no dey respect shame. Shalewa sat down too, put her AirPods in her ears and started pressing her phone. The useless waiter now came and said, do you care for some dessert? I wanted to slap him. If you can't read the menu, then try and read the room. This is not the time for that. Shalewa got up and carried her bag.
Waiter, can I please get my bill?
The waiter left and came back with her bill. She paid and left. She didn't even say goodbye. She just walked out like I wasn't there. Now, my bill was about 38k. It wasn't actually a problem. While we were eating, I had sent my dad a message on WhatsApp asking him for 300k urgently. He quickly replied and asked if I was kidnapped. Please, don't mind my dad, all right? I paid for the meal and left the restaurant for my house. Later that evening, after I recovered from the trauma of Turkey and shame, Demeji called me.
Guy, gist me. How did the date go?
I said, ask your sister. He laughed and said he already did.
Well, she said you're an interesting character.
Interesting character. That's the code for you will never see me again, but I won't block you in case I need to collect sense from your page someday. I asked if she said anything else. He said,
No, that was it.
I said, okay. She's an amazing character too. Demeji just kept laughing.
Edgar, I've helped you. Don't go and break my sister's heart. I've told you.
In his mind, we had a magical night, a spark, a connection, a love story unfolding. In reality, it was a slow motion accident sponsored by cutlery and class consciousness. Why am I still single? Apparently, I don't know how to use fork and knife. Yes, I will say it. I don't know how to use fork and knife. And I still believe in my heart of hearts that using my clean, washed, well-raised Nigerian hands to eat turkey is not a crime. I have seen people steal meat from their neighbor's pot with their hands. I have seen people use their hands to eat cold rice inside takeaway while in traffic. I have seen hands do great things. But I washed my own now. I washed my own. But you see, in this world of branding, optics, intentional living, and social media pressure, my hands have now become a weapon, a deal breaker, a red flag. Maybe I'm not for everyone. Maybe the world is moving faster than I am. Or maybe, just maybe, I am not the problem. Maybe the problem is a world where eating with fork and knife is now more important than eating with love. A world where who you are online is louder than how you treat people in real life. But until I find someone who understands that, someone who doesn't judge me for how I hold my turkey, someone who values my vibe over my cutlery skills, I will remain single, proud, hungry, washed hands, and still full of love. Edgar doesn't lie. Thank you all for listening, guys. See you next week, Friday. Wait. Before I go, one special checkmate reached out to me on WhatsApp with a request that I couldn't ignore. Now, her name is Olamide, and she said, Edgar, please help me apologize to my boyfriend. I messed up, and this would mean a lot to him and me. Guess what? Today is actually his birthday, so please, let's do this for him, all right? Hi, Damilare. On behalf of Olamide, who loves you deeply, and the entire CheckMates community that now knows your gist, I just want to say happy birthday, bro. May your joy be full, may your phone be fully charged, and may you receive this apology like a grown king. Olamide says she's sorry. She means it. And she's hoping that today can be a new beginning for the both of you. She's sorry, and she truly, truly loves you. As for me, I am just the messenger. But I'm also very single, so if you don't carry your Olamide, I'll carry her. Don't mind me, please. I'm just joking. All right, so much love to both of you. Happy birthday again, Damilare. And look, if you're willing to forgive her, and look, if you are willing to forgive her, I would love to pay for a dinner date for the two of you. My little way of helping love win, all right? And maybe saving one more soul from this single life. And to everyone listening, love well, eat how you like, and stay true to your love story.
Catch you guys in the next episode of Why Am I Still Single? See you guys on Friday. Edgar doesn't lie. I love you all. Mwah. And that's the end of this week's episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with those who are single, dating, or married. Rate the podcast and drop a comment. And yes, you can donate to support the podcast. $3 will go a long way. Now, if you have a story to share, then please send it to me through my email address, edgar@checkedgar.com. Or for a quicker response, you can join the WhatsApp community or chat me in the chat box on my website, www.checkedgar.com. I will respond in 3 hours, I promise. Edgar doesn't lie. Now remember, the podcast ends the day I get married. So don't forget to tell your beautiful friends that Edgar is single and he would love to go on a date with her. If that lady is you, send a message to my email address at edgar@checkedgar.com. Edgar doesn't lie. Check Edgar out. I love you guys. Mwah.
Thank you for listening, my people. If you had fun, don't keep it to yourself. Join the CheckMates WhatsApp community. It is where we vibe, laugh, and maybe cry small. But most importantly, we connect. Click the link in the show notes or email your number to edgar@checkedgar.com to join us. Until next week, remember, Edgar doesn't lie.